Hey guys, Trevor Burris here again, and I wanted to put another part of our series together on updates this week. And the topic today, the type of update we're going to be talking about are cosmetic updates. These are the fun ones, right? These are the kitchen renovations, the bathroom renovations, changing out flooring in the home, doing all kinds of neat tile work and just features that cosmetically enhance a home. So I would consider this type of upgrade probably the best balance between the two things we've been talking about, between value, which is a monetary return on your investment, and desirability, the thing that just makes people want your home more because it's more desirable. I find that cosmetic updates are kind of the perfect balance. You can assume that this is going to be something that if you invest in your home, you're probably going to get dollar for dollar back as to what you've invested into it. If you're paying $5,000 for a bathroom renovation, for instance, odds are the market's going to be willing to pay $5,000 for that renovation that was done. And sometimes even more, just depending on the desirability factor. Again, if the desirability is really high on the renovations you've done, then odds are they will pay even more than what those things are worth. And so this is for all of you DIYers out there, the folks that like to get in and just get dirty and have fun with these updates, do them yourself. This is where we get into that sweat equity thing, right? Probably a little more difficult for you to do the structural upgrades or the system updates. But this is something you can get your hands dirty doing and often save yourself a lot of money. And that builds that sweat equity that we talk about, right? That's the thing where you can create monetary value for your home by doing some of these cosmetic things. Now, for you DIYers, very important to note, this is not just about the fact that you can save money doing these things. They have to be done with a high attention to quality. The market is very picky, and I can't even begin to recall all of the times that I walked into homes and my buyers immediately pointed at an upgrade and said, that was done DIY or that was done by an inexperienced homeowner. It automatically turns them off to the quality of the home because they realize attention to detail, attention to quality was not in the highest priority of the person that was doing those updates. And so if you're gonna do it, it's probably worth paying to have somebody professional take care of it if you don't think you can do it to the highest standards. That's gonna give you higher return. Don't just do something to do it. Do something that if you're capable of doing yourself, make sure you're very capable of doing it. Watch tons of YouTube videos, go to some classes, learn from some professionals how to do this well, and then DIY it. Then you can give it a go, but always be willing to bring in a professional to make sure the quality is high because that's going to give you a better return. The cosmetic updates that produce the biggest return, I would say hands down, are renovated kitchens that are modern, that are elegant. I would say updated flooring that is consistent throughout a home, specifically laminate flooring or a really nice luxury vinyl or a hardwood that's brought through the entire downstairs of a home. It's a very good upgrade, produces a lot of value for homes. And last but not least, updated bathrooms. Bathrooms that have beautiful tile in them, nice vanities, nice countertops. Those are the types of things that are going to bring the most value to this market. Common update that's probably the least expensive thing you can do is paint. Paint is cheap and can be done DIY a lot of times if you're capable of paying attention to that detail, making sure it's done right. However, paint does not typically add value to a home, just adds desirability. So new paint on a home, very inexpensive, makes it look amazing, makes it very desirable, but doesn't actually add value. People aren't going to pay more for something that was just painted fresh. Also exterior paint, kind of the same thing. If you want to paint a house and update the look on the outside, then typically that's a great cosmetic update, adds desirability, doesn't necessarily add value. The one exception I would say is like those cool 60s and 70s brick ranches. When those are painted outside, certainly adds both desirability and value because it just changes dramatically the outside of the home. And people are going to be willing to overpay for that because it's just a unique change to a brick-sided home. So that's the one exception to paint. But regardless, paint's relatively cheap and a really great thing to do in terms of the cosmetic update. All right, guys, that's our cosmetic category of updates. If you haven't been able to check out the other layers of updates we've already talked about, go back in my profile, look for those videos. We already went through things like structural updates and things like major system updates. We've still got one more to talk about, which is a really cool one and a pretty controversial one, actually, talking about exterior updates to a home. And so we'll jump into that next week. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, again, about any of this, hit me up. I would love to talk and give you some advice on what I'm seeing, our trends in our market, what would make sense in order to spend your money on to get the most return on investment. So hit me up if I can help. If not, we'll talk soon. Have a great day.